What's up, everyone? I'm gonna do a little hydromancy demonstration. I am having problems uploading or trying to do live video on my Facebook Live because I've been banned. I'm always banned on Facebook. I'm always in Facebook jail. And so I kind of need my video right now. What I'm gonna do is like I said, a hydromancy demonstration, and going to be using black ink to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna talk through it or just let you guys look at it, but if I do any interpretation, then you will see it. So here we go. Let me do it. Here's the water. This is a hydromancy bowl, and I'm going to drop a few things of ink in there. Doesn't want to fall. There we go. So what I see is I see like it looks like some type of fight between reptiles of some sort. But let's see how the water change or how the ink changes. I see a face. It seems to be an eyelash. Let me drop a little more ink in there. See where this goes. Here we go. I see a whirlwind of some sort. It's not a whirlwind, it's like a hurricane brewing, some type of conflict of a hurricane. And it seems like there is, out of the hurricane is coming, it looks like some demon out of someone's mouth. Someone is screaming, I believe. It's like there's a lot of almost like a lot of false, I want to say, information that is spewing out from this person's mouth. And through that, it's disseminating throughout the world. Like it's grabbing onto other people's thoughts, but it's like there's three different schools of thought that are emerging, and out of that is a hurricane that's combining into one, and out of that person, what their words are coming out are various words. Let's get some more ink going here. There we go. And it's right as you see this bubble right here, it's rising to the surface. So let me see if this light is too much. No, the light's perfect. Okay, the bubble exploded. So from out here, there's like this dissemination of thought that is taking place. And it's almost like an influence and it's emerging out. And it's creating this new idea. But there's like 3 segments of people, and it's kind of like they're pushing away from one another. They no longer see each other as having the right motives, or there's like a branching out. One is more superior than the other, and the other one is weaker, but yet the second one is a lot more stronger in terms of there's more concrete. But let's get some more ink. Here we go. Like I said, there's like this whirlwind, these whirlwinds of ideas that are moving from these people. And there's this, like I said, when the bubble explodes, then I see it's emerging to the surface. Like these people's ideas are being disseminated and turned into more there's like a person, there's like this major person. I don't know if he or she is a demonologist or a spiritualist of some sort, but they have the ability to influence a much wider. Basically, this is what has happened. From what I see is there were these schools of thought, and someone is coming into their own thought, and they're building upon those people and becoming stronger out of this. This one person is becoming stronger as a whole, and creating a better school of thought that that deals with a larger sense of something that is more truthful, more concrete, more believable, and it's not filled with false impressions. Let's dump some more ink in there real quick. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to focus. this better. Yeah. The water's getting cloudy now, so what I see is there's a development within the greater sense of one individual's mindset that has a larger following than others. There's this sense of jealousy, and it might have to deal with, I want to say, the occult, albeit demonic or satanic. But then I see someone trying to escape from that, and they're heading towards a greater sense of who they are versus what is being told to them. So they're becoming more of an independent thinker versus someone that is more closed in their perception of things and what is being told to them. I would say possibly they become more renowned for what their abilities and knowledge and who they educate. So they're not so much of a false prophet as they are someone that has true and authentic say in what can be believed. It's the proper path. It's not the false prophet's path. I'll give one last ink drop and we'll see what it says. Excuse me. Oh, yes. I think this is bringing maybe a wider audience of people. It's becoming more dispersed out in the world, and people are flocking to this individual because they see that this individual is great, but yet there is this chasm that separates one school of people versus another school of people. And the ones that follow the false prophets will eventually either leave or come towards the person that has a better sense of truth and value, and it's not so objective. And through this, they are spreading out into the world. Like there is this sense of truth and permanence in this person's teachings that become a greater wave of beliefs that it's kind of like the veins, what is taught, it's like the blood going through the veins and into the future. So, for instance, whoever is teaching or educating these people, albeit an occult practice or spirituality, that this wave that is created by this one individual will continue to branch out into the future. And uh, I'm trying to really study this because people are more willing to see that it's not this, it's not foul, it's not belligerent, it's inclusive, it educates, it makes aware, it brings awareness, it brings enlightenment to the thoughts of other individuals. So that's what I'm kind of getting. I don't want to go too deep into this because it is, but there is this mountain peak and this mountain range of people becoming more aware of this person's abilities and knowledge, and that it's not limited to a sense of, you can see how the water or how the ink is starting to flow up towards the sides. So it's branching out, you know. Let's see if I can get it. And it's making waves into a brighter, more ethereal kind of spirituality that people can really understand and relate to. And it's not subjective, but it's objective. It doesn't bash others, and it creates a great mountain of information, and people can build upon that in the future versus just destroying everything. They have a foundation to build upon. They are not restricted by one individual's false sense of information or thought, but and swayed by that. Instead, they are able to build upon someone else's greater sense, and this person is able to progress into a permanent sense of spirituality and knowledge for the future. It's kind of like it's seen in the stars that this person is was destined for this path, and it's not a cloudy sense of it's like a starry night with clouds, but not clouds that cover or hinder the view, but allows a person to see further into a greater future. Okay, so that's my take on it. Anyways, that was just a quick divination trial of it. I think I might do that more often because it seems a little bit more interesting, and I'm getting better results. But yeah, I'll try to work with that in the future, and we'll see how it goes and if people like it. So you guys have a good night. See ya.